Hello, I hope you are having a beautiful day or night, whatever the time is where you are. Today I wanted to share some snacks which are great if you are on a weight loss journey. The reason I'm calling them weight loss snacks is because most of them are reasonably low calorie, but you can eat these anytime. It doesn't really matter. I'd also like to thank the lovely folks over at Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Now, when I call them weight loss snacks, you can't just throw them in. They're not like a miracle snack. It's going to depend on you having a healthy system, not being too stressed out, and then where your overall calories are sitting. But I thought I would share these ideas anyway, and these are some of the things I love to suggest to my clients when they are starting on a fitness journey if weight loss is one of their goals. So sit back, we can hang out, I'll cook you guys some food, and you can see some of my suggestions. I hope you enjoy. The one that I'm starting with is the most difficult, and I use the term difficult really loosely. It's not that hard at all. It's just the most complex of all the recipes that I'm featuring today. So we're doing some homemade pita chips and some hummus. You guys know I love crunch and I love that like salty chippy sort of flavor. So this will make 2 servings. I have included recipe cards before each recipe, and there is the calorie and macro information on there if that's the kind of thing that you're into. To make the hummus, we're going to need half a can of chickpeas, 1/8 of a cup of lemon juice, 1/8 of a cup of tahini, some salt, some cumin, garlic paste, olive oil and water. And you've already seen me put together the pita. So I've taken a pita, I sprayed it with some olive oil, salt, garlic powder, and I did end up putting a little bit of parsley on there too. We're just going to blend up the hummus and then it's ready to serve. With the pita chips, all I did was cook them in the oven for about 10 minutes on 150 degrees Celsius. Popcorn is such a simple snack, and it's really easy to pack as well if you need to take it out with you, like to work or something like that. So this is one of my favorite flavor combinations. We want to air pop the popcorn without oil. So you can do this on a stovetop in a pot. Just make sure you put some foil over the top of the pot so that it doesn't go everywhere. Then we're measuring out 3 cups of popcorn, and on top of that I'm going to use some spray olive oil. Trust me, this will make a really big difference to the overall calories of the dish. Not that calories are bad, we're just fitting this in between our meals of the day, that's all. So then I'm going to add some salt, I'm going to add some garlic powder and some rosemary. I think that this is such a yummy combination. I really enjoy it. Now, if you don't mind tuna, this is a good little snack, and it's really easy to assemble as well. So you can take all the ingredients, you can have it at work, or you can make it at home if that's what you want to do. All you need to do for this one is assemble it on a rice cake. So we're taking 1/4 of an avocado, half a tomato, 1 small tin of tuna, and then I'm also going to add some salt and pepper on top. What I love about this snack is it has a really good hit of protein, it's got a nice little serving of fats, and it's going to keep you full between your meals. I know smoked salmon isn't for everybody, but those who like it seem to really like it. For this amount, and honestly I would say this is 2 servings, we're going to use half a cucumber, 30 grams of smoked salmon, 4 teaspoons of low-fat cream cheese, and some dill on top. I told you these recipes are easy. I love to keep it as simple as possible when it comes to food because I feel like if the food option that you have is simple enough to make and it tastes good, you're going to choose it. One big hurdle that I hear from people, especially like when they start my coaching program or something like that, and I'm like, you know, what's getting in the way of you eating the way that you want to eat? And a lot of people say that they're either too busy or they don't enjoy cooking. And so I honestly think that by simplifying it, it makes it easier to make good choices for yourself and to fuel yourself well. We're going to make a chocolate protein smoothie now. You don't have to add the protein powder in, but honestly, I find that it's going to help you hit your protein intake for the day, and it's going to make that snack so much more satiating, especially when it is a smoothie. So for this one, we need 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, half a banana, you can add a full banana if you want to, 30 grams of whey protein. I just use vanilla because that's what I have, but use chocolate if you have some, 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, 1 teaspoon of cashew butter, and 1/4 cup of rolled oats for some fiber. Super easy, but I love this snack personally. So we've got apple slices and peanut butter, and you're just gonna take 1 apple and 30 grams of peanut butter and serve them together. I love dipping them in, and you can use heaps of different things for the dipping. You don't have to use just an apple. Some people love using banana, or you could even use some celery. Now I wanted to do another smoothie, and this one is very, very easy, and it's something that I've been having nearly every day at the moment. I'm just really enjoying it right now. So we've got 30 grams of whey protein. Again, I'm just using vanilla because that's what I have. 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, 50 grams of blueberries, 50 grams of raspberries or strawberries, and I like to use frozen berries because I find that they help thicken the smoothie, and 2 handfuls or approximately 1 cup of baby spinach leaves. Now, if you want some more recipe ideas, I do have them over on my blog, and I'd also like to thank Squarespace again for sponsoring today's video. That's who I use to host my blog, so both my health and fitness blog and my personal blog. And if you guys have watched my videos, you'll know, I feel like I say this all the time, I've used them for so many years. I think it's like 6 years now that I've been using them to host my blog. And the reason for that is that it's so simple. I'm busy. I don't want to spend heaps of time on my web design, and I want to automate as much as possible. So with Squarespace, it's really easy to pick a beautiful template, customize it to suit your brand, and when you start putting the content in, you can drag and drop it. You can put it wherever you want it. Putting together blog posts is easy and is very simple to SEO your site. On top of that, they have a 24/7 customer support team, and you can integrate your social media into it. So if you're someone who has a blog or a website or e-commerce, or maybe it's just for your portfolio and you're looking for a new place to put it, check out Squarespace. I'll put a URL on the screen, which is squarespace.com/RachelAust. Have a play around on there, set it up, see how you like it, and as soon as you're ready to hit publish, use that URL and you'll get 10% off your first purchase. Now I have one more recipe to share with you, and it's very simple to put together, and it's cottage cheese and berries. I like this one because 1, it's high in protein, 2, you can pack it with you provided you just put a freezer block in your bag, which honestly I would recommend doing anyway if you're packing food. And 3, I love this flavor combination. So what we're going to do is put in 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese, half a cup of berries, 1 tablespoon of erythritol just for a little bit of extra sweetness because the cottage cheese can be a little bit tart. And then we're also going to mix through half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom. When we mix these flavors through the cottage cheese, it takes out the tartness, and then we also have the sweetness of the berries, and it becomes a much more enjoyable snack. Like I mentioned, I'm going to show all the recipe cards here again, so if you wanted to grab one of the recipes, just screenshot these cards. Because a lot of the recipes here were very, very simple, I'm not going to be putting them on my blog. So some are on there, some are not, just because they're so easy that I was like, I don't need to put together a recipe page for this. We're literally just assembling a few ingredients. But anyway, I hope you find some of these options useful. I know sometimes it can feel a little bit confusing when you're trying to figure out what to eat when you have a specific goal in mind. But all of these options are going to help you feel satiated, they're high in micronutrients, and they're just going to help you feel good and feel energized and have a stable mood throughout the day. I think it's such a wonderful thing to be able to look after what we eat and look after ourselves. So I'll either catch up with you below in the comments, or feel free to come and join me over on Instagram at @RachelAust, and I'll see you in my next upload. Bye!